compound interest. Now, what is meant by simple interest? We have already done it in the previous classes. Now we are going to talk about compound interest. What is the difference? So in compound interest, basically your principal amount will be increasing. In compound interest, your principal amount will be increasing after every turnover, while in simple interest, the principal amount remains same. Principal amount means the amount which is fixed amount, the amount which was being deposited or being taken as loan, that will remain fixed. Okay. So now, first of all, in compound interest, there is a formula. Formula is A equals to P 1 plus R over 100 whole power n. Okay, this is the formula, and in this formula, A is the total amount. This is the total amount after being principal and interest added. This will be the total amount. This will be your principal amount. Principal amount, okay, means actual amount which was being taken in or which was being deposited. R is rate of interest. R is rate of interest, and N is number of month or number of years according to the time, whatever is there. N is number of years or months, whatever was given. We are going to talk about that thing. Okay. Okay. And one more thing, that when will you take in years? When they are going to say that it is compounded yearly. When they are going to say it is compounded yearly, then you are going to take this thing in year. Okay. If they are going to say no, you have to compound it in months, compounded monthly, then N will be taken as number of months. Okay. This is the one thing which we have to take care of, right? Over here, we will not get the interest value directly. We will get the direct amount value, and amount value will be basically principal value plus interest. So if they are going to say in these type of questions that you have to find interest, how will you find interest? You will find I equals to A minus P. Okay. This will be given, this will be given, you will solve it, you will have amount. In order to find how much interest is being applied, what will you do? Interest equals to amount minus principal. When you will subtract these two, you will have that interest amount which is being applied by using this formula. Okay? Okay. Question number 10. Question number 10 of exercise 5C. Okay. The question says find the compound interest. I have to find compound interest. Okay. I have to find compound interest. There are 5 parts. In each part they are saying you have to find compound interest. I am going to do over here part B. In part B they are saying find the compound interest on $700. On $700, it means principal is 700 for 3 years. time is given to me as 3 years. Over here, we will not take it as time. Over here, I will take it as n. Okay. At 11%, rate is 11% per annum compounded yearly. Okay. This is the thing which will make the difference. If this statement is not written, compounded annually, they are saying R equals to 11% per annum. It means it's a simple interest question. It's a simple interest question. But if we are going to write compounded yearly or compounded monthly or compounded daily, then it means it's a compound interest question. Okay. So how we are going to do it? Let's take out your calculator. So first of all, I'm writing the formula A equals to P1 plus R over 100 whole power n. Okay, amount. What was the principal given to me? Principal is given to me as 700. 700 1 plus R is given 11% per annum compounded yearly. Okay, compounding yearly it is given, and per annum also means yearly. Okay, so 11% it will be 11 over 100, and n is 3 years. So this is like this. A equals to 700. 1 plus 11 over 100. I'm using my calculator beta, and the result of this one is coming 111 over 100 whole cube. Okay. So when I will simplify, my answer is coming 957.34. That is the total amount. What they have asked for, they have asked for compound interest. How much is the interest? So I equals to A minus T, which is 957.34 minus 700, and your final answer is coming for interest. Your final answer is coming 257.34. That's your final answer for this part. Okay, question number 10, part B we are going to do. Again, we have to find simple interest amount, compound interest amount I have to find. Okay, and in compound interest amount, now they are saying that principal is $10,000. Principal is $10,000, and the time which is given is 2 years. Time is given 2 years, so I have written n equals to 2. Okay, but I will tell you later that not possible. It is not necessary that n will be always 2. Okay, so we will discuss that thing later again. And rate is 7 whole number 1 upon 2% per annum compounded yearly, compounded yearly or compounded annually. These are the two words which they can use. So compounded yearly. Okay. So again, I have to find compound interest. How will I solve it? I will go for the formula. A equals to P1 plus R over 100 whole power n. A equals to, what is P given to you? P is given $10,000. 1 plus R. R is given 7 whole number 1 upon 2 means this will become 7.5 over 100 and whole power will be 2. Whole power will be 2. So simplifying it, A is equals to, when I will simplify it, it will become 107.5 over 100 whole square. Okay. Now applying square on it. A equals to, when I will simplify it, my final answer is coming. I have squared it, I am multiplying it by this. My final answer is coming 1155 6.25. Okay, that's the total amount. But I have to find the compound interest. So I equals to A minus P. So when I will subtract it, the final answer will be 11556.25 minus 10000, your principal amount. Okay, so when I will subtract it, my final answer will be 155.6.25 Okay. Now question number 18. Question number 18 of exercise 5C. Okay. The question says a person invested $5,000. Principal amount is $5,000. Okay. In a fund for 5 years. 5 years. I haven't written anything over here. Wait for it. The fund pays an compound interest yearly. Okay. Interest is paid compounded yearly. After the end of 5 years, he received a total amount of $500. We have to find the interest rate. Okay. Now they were saying it is compounded yearly. Okay. Whatever was the interest, it was compounded yearly. That's why I'm writing 5 years as N. Okay. If it is compounded with something else, for instance, they are saying it is compounded in monthly or compounded in quarterly, then I will not write 5 year as N. Okay. I will explain you when that question will come, that when you are going to write years not as N. Okay. So this is the scenario. I have to find the value of R right now. Okay. Writing the formula. Formula is A equals to P 1 plus R over 100 whole power N. Right? Now, A, what is A given? 5800. What is P given? 5000. 1 plus R is missing. This is 100. And this is power 5. Okay? This is the first thing I have done. Now, what I'm going to do first, I'm shifting this on this side. So 5800 divided by 5000, 1 plus R over 100 power 5. Okay, so when I will divide it, this will become 1.16 equals to 1 plus R over 100 whole power 5. I have to find the value of R over here. Okay, but R is inside a bracket where a power 5 is given. So as the power is 5 over here, when I will shift it over here, what will happen? That will become fifth root. Okay, that will become fifth root of this thing. Okay. Okay, so taking the fifth root of this thing, my answer is coming 1.030. Okay, my answer is coming 0.030 equals to, taking LCM, 100 plus R over 100. Okay, shifting 100 over here, so it will become 1.030 multiplied by 100 equals to 100 plus R. Okay, when I will multiply it by 100, my result is coming 103 equals to 100 plus R. Shifting 100 over here, that will become 3 equals to R. It means the value of R is coming 3%, and that is the rate of interest which was needed. Okay. We are going to discuss question number 17. Question number 17 of exercise 5C. Okay, it is related with compound interest question. We have already done compound interest question, but this question is a little bit different. So that's why I'm solving it on board. Okay, the question says that a person deposited $15,000 in a bank, okay, which is paying rate of interest is 5.68%, 5.68% compounded yearly. Okay, whatever is the percentage, if this is compounded yearly, it means this is a compound interest question. Otherwise, they will be writing it only the rate is given with the yearly, no compounded word is given. It means then it is a simple interest question. Okay, that is the identification to distinguish. Right now, they are saying find the total amount. I have to find the total amount in 6-year time. Okay. In previous question, I have told you guys that whatever was the time given, we directly write it as 6, and we will write it as n. Okay. But now the things will be different. Why it will be different? Because in this question, they are saying a part. They are saying that compounded yearly, that is the interest rate given, but there is another thing. It is given that interest is applied compounded monthly. Okay, it is a 1-year interest, but it is applied on monthly basis. So how will you solve this thing? That's the most important part. The formula is A equals to P 1 plus R over 100 whole power n. That's your formula. Okay. So A equals to P is given 15,000. 1 plus 5.68 compounded yearly. 5.68 is the rate for 1 year. So 5.68 over 100. Time of the year is 6 years, but I will not be writing it in place of n. This is the most important thing because it is compounded monthly. What does it mean? It means that sometimes they are going to say this is the percentage compounded yearly, annually. Yearly and annually, this is written. What does it mean? It means that the interest will be applied when the amount will be kept for one complete year. Over here they are saying the interest for whole year is this thing, but it will be compounded on monthly basis. So your percentage, whatever your percentage is given, that will be divided into 12 equal parts, and then it will be divided, it will be applied for each month. First month pass, okay, 5.68 divided by 12, whatever your interest rate is, that will be applied for first month. Then second month, then third month, it will go on like this. Okay. So over here, when they are saying compounded monthly, so I am going to divide whatever was my interest rate, I am going to divide it by 12. Now, after that, 6 years are there. Number of years are 6. The amount is compounded monthly. So how many years will be there? How many months will be there in 6 years? How many months I will be having? So for that, 6 into 12. Why? Because it is compounded on monthly basis, and in 6 years I am going to have 6 into 12 months. So that will be written as 72 months, 6 into 72. And when I'm going to simplify this thing by using calculator, my answer is coming 2107.13. 2107.13 dollars. This is the thing which is coming over here when I'm using this one. If they would have given me compounded yearly, the interest rate is per year. The interest rate is, what will be the statement? Listen to the statement very carefully. They will be saying rate of interest per annum, compounded monthly, compounded yearly, compounded quarterly. These can be the things. So what is my first statement I'm telling you? If my first statement I'm saying rate per annum or yearly or annually, compounded yearly, then you will just write principal amount, rate amount, whatever will be the number of year given, that will be written in place of n. That's it. No changes. Nothing being divided. What is difference over here? It was written compounded yearly. The interest rate is for a year, but it is compounded on monthly basis. Okay. So that's why what I have done. First of all, I have divided my rate by 12, and then how many months will be there in 6-year time. So I have multiplied 6 by 12, and that will be 72 months, which will be taken as the value of n. In the next part, they are giving us something different, and that will further clear whatever is not clear over here, that will be further clear in that part. Okay. Now, B part of the question. Compounded half yearly. Okay, compounded half yearly. So I have to find amount again. How will I find it? A equals to P 1 plus R over 100 whole power n. Okay. Principal will be same, 15,000. 1 plus R rate will be 5.68 over 100. Now, the important thing. Compounded yearly, but Rate is given on the yearly basis, but it is compounded half yearly. So in a single year, there are two half years. In a single year, there are two half years. First, from January to end of June, and then June to end of December. So when they are saying that compounded yearly, what does it mean? It means your year, single year is divided into two equal parts. Over there, they have said compounded monthly. So your one whole year was compounded, divided into 12 equal part. Over here, it is divided into two equal parts. Right? That's why I'm writing it in divided by 2. And what will be the end? So in 1 year, I have got 2 half yearly. In 6 years, how many half yearly I will have? So I will multiply it by 2. So 6 2s are 12, and that will be the power of n. Okay. So a equals to, when I will simplify this whole thing and I will solve it by using calculator, my answer is coming 20991.14 dollars. This is how you are going to solve this one. Okay. Let's say if we are saying I have to find the same working with compounded quarterly. Okay, now they are saying that I have to do the same working when the interest is compounded quarterly. Okay, I'm going to write the formula again. Formula will remain same. A equals to P1 plus R over 100 whole power n. Okay, applying my value. P is 15,000. 1 plus R is 5.68 divided by 100. Now, the main thing, they are giving us quarterly. Okay. So now, as I'm going to have in a single year, I will be having 4 quarterlies. Okay. In a single year, I will have 4 quarters. So what will I do? I will divide my rate by 4. I have divided it by 4. What will be the value of n? Okay, so I have got 6 years. N equals to 6. In a single year, I have got 4 quarters. So total number of quarters in all will be 6 4s are 24, and I'm going to put 24 over here. Okay. When I will simplify it by using calculator, my amount is coming 21040.58. Third part is not in the book. I have given it by myself. Okay. Now I have given you another one, compounded weekly. Okay, we know that in a year we have got 52 weeks. So how we are going to have it? A equals to P is 15,000. 1 plus R will be 5.68 divided by 100, and I'm not writing anything outside right now. Now I know that in a week, in a year, I have got 52 weeks. Okay, so I will be dividing it by 52. And how many weeks I will have in whole 6 years? For that, I'm multiplying it by 6, and my answer is coming 312, which will be written over here. So A equals to, now when I will be simplifying it, so my answer is coming 65455 $0.21 when I have compounded it on weekly basis. Okay, when I have compounded it on weekly basis. Question number 22 of exercise 5C. Okay, in this question they are saying that a person is there who has to invest $8,000 in two different companies. Okay, in two different companies. Company A is offering 4.9% 4.9% rate per annum simple interest. Okay, simple interest. This is being offered by company A. Okay. Now there is another company B, and that company is offering rate of 4.8% 4.8% per annum 4.8% per annum compounded half yearly per annum, and then they are saying it is compounded half yearly. Okay, these are the two things given to me. Now person want to invest it for 4 years. Time is given for 4 years. This has to be done. Okay. A part, number one part is saying which company should be the money should be invested. Okay. So for that, first of all, I have to find how much will be the total amount that person is going to receive. Okay. So first of all, over here, I equals to PRT over 100. Okay, because I have to find the total amount, and total amount formula over here is A equals to P plus I. P I have got over here. I have to find I to solve my question. So plotting values 8,000. R is 4.9. Time is 4 years divided by 100. Okay. So solving it by using calculator beta. When I will simplify it, the interest is coming $1,568. Okay, so what will be the total amount? 8,000. That is my principal plus $1,568. That is my interest. So my final answer is going to be $9,568. Okay, the amount which I am going to receive from company A. Now coming to company B, again I have to find the total amount, right? So formula for compound interest will be P1 plus R over 100 whole power n. Okay, now they are saying it is compounded half yearly. So what will I do? P will be 8,000. 1 plus R will be 4.8 divided by 100. Now, in a in per annum means 1 year, how many half yearly I will have. So in a single year, I'm going to have 2 half yearly. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply this thing by 2. Means 4.8 is getting divided by 2 over here. Okay. After that, I have to put the value of n. What will be the value of n? So I am going to calculate that in 4 years, how many half yearly I am going to have. So in single year, we have got 2 half yearlies. In a single year, we have got 2 half yearly. So multiplying it by 4, it means I have got total 8 half yearlies in 4 years. So that 8 will be plotted over here. Okay, that it will be plotted over there. After that, I'm simplifying it. When I have simplified this thing, it's coming A equals to 8,000 multiply by simplifying this part, it's coming 128 over 125 whole power 8. Whole power is coming 8 over there. Okay, so when I will simplify this thing and multiply by 8,000, I have simplified this, multiplying it by 8,000. My final answer is coming 9671.4 dollars. Okay, so now you can see the difference. The difference is that after 4 years, by putting it in this company, the person is receiving this much amount, and after 4 years, putting it in this one, person is receiving this amount. So it means that of course the person is going to be putting it in this one. Okay, that's the first thing. Now in the second part of the question, they are saying find the difference between the interest which both companies is offering. So for this company, I have already got my interest. Okay, I have to find interest of this one. So interest will be amount minus principal. Okay, amount minus principal, and when I will subtract it, what is my amount coming? 9671.4 minus 8,000. So interest is coming 1671.4 dollars. That's the interest coming. Now, last thing, I have to find the difference between both interest which is given over here. So, what is my first interest? 1671.4 minus 1568, and when I will simplify it, I will be having a difference of $103.4 in interest. Okay,